Obama just drained taxpayer funds with massive new salary he demanded for 2018. President Obama's legacy is one of disproportionate spending and a lack of love for America, which is why it should not shock you to find out how much he demands in dollars from the federal government to pay his bills now that he has left the White House. What makes it worse is the big deal that he and everyone else made out of what President Trump and his allies spend. The conservative Daily Post reported the following: the elitist mentality of Barack Obama knows no boundaries after spending the summer trying to pretend that he's part of the 1% by spending obscene amounts of money in a lavish monarch-like imitation. He now wants American taxpayers to foot the bill for nearly $1.5 million. According to the Congressional Research Service, Obama will collect the most money for his annual budget than any other living former president. Although this new disclosure doesn't surprise many conservatives who've tracked the former president's net worth since taking office, for some Democrats, the excessive waste is like a slap in the face. Taxpayers cover the pensions of former commander-in-chiefs, but considering the wealth he collected during his supposed public service, requesting such additional funds raises eyebrows. It's no secret that former presidents have offices, but according to a memo obtained by the Washington Times, Obama's request for 2018 outstrips even Clinton by $200,000. The Former President's Act was established in 1958 after Harry Truman, one of the 3 Democrat presidents who actually looked out for and served the nation's interest instead of his own, reportedly went broke when he left the Oval Office. The measure apportions funds for former leaders to have a pension, office space, and other benefits. George W. Bush collects nearly $950,000 for office rental, staff, and incidental expenses. But all presidents can request more than their allotment. Barack has taken advantage of that allowance to pay for his over 8,000 square foot office in Washington, D.C. It's a wonder that this man, who was least popular living president, including Bush, has chosen to remain in the Capitol when almost all others remove themselves. The article continues saying his office, which is almost 4 times larger than the average American home, will cost citizens about $536,000 in 2018. Former President Clinton's office is bigger than that, but it costs taxpayers less, coming in at $518,000 per year. President Carter's office cost a reasonable $115,000 per year, but the growing amounts caused some members of Congress to support the Presidential Allowance Modernization Act of 2016. Could it be Obama made that Modernization Act? That bill would have placed a limit on the excessive spending, especially for former presidents who are racking in tens and hundreds of millions each year for speaking engagements and other services. Although the legislation passed, Barack Obama vetoed the bill. You wonder why, saying that it would impose onerous and unreasonable burdens on former presidents. His pension payment is the highest of any president, too, delivering him $236,000 annually. When President Obama took office, his family's net worth was $1.3 million, while when he left office, it was approximately $7 million that we know of. I might add. How about what we don't know? A lot of that money was from book sale money and extra funds. That certainly is nothing on par with the likes of George Soros and Hillary Clinton, but that is still a hefty chunk of change, which makes his $1.5 million request for the year, a slap in the face, but as the Post put it, however, once someone's personal wealth exceeds a set amount in relation to the economic climate, that individual should not be eligible to impose more yearly drains on the citizens. In addition, if the man has a history of corruption, it seems outrageous to give him more money. Already, President Trump has given his salary back to the American people, but like a true Democrat, Obama is whining for more money. During his stint as president, income inequality actually increased more than during the last 3 presidents combined. People aren't usually surprised that Obama said one thing but did the other. His excesses contributed to the Trump win, although Democrats are happy to place the blame on Hillary. With his budget request for 2018, Obama has become the most expensive ex-president to date, even outdoing the Clintons, which is quite a feat for a man who proclaims himself to be a man of the people, one who used to organize the community and work in the projects that seem like a pretty inept and ridiculous thing to do. The average American understands that 1.5 million could change someone's life. To spend it on frivolity is silly. He should know better and he should do better. Yeah, right. That money could be used for better and more productive purposes like feeding the poor and helping the needy, aiding the hurricane relief, but instead it will be frivolously wasted at the taxpayer's expense. And what I don't understand is why should even Bush collect? I mean, what does he need an office for $1 million for and Clinton 518 per year? I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, every year Bush gets $950? I mean, are you kidding me? They're loaded. There's nobody richer than the Bushes, and yet they still drain the economy like that? I mean, and they have a nerve to be talking about Trump? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This should end. This all should end. You know, people, have to revolt against this. This is like just too much. He's sunning himself and people are starving. He could care less. And so the same goes for the Bushes also. You know what I'm saying? Clinton too, Bill. Hillary's a thief and a half. I mean, enough is enough. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.